So the molasses was initially warm from being initially added to the tank, but it quickly cooled as it spread through the streets. And this cooling caused it to thicken and become more viscous, making rescue efforts extremely challenging. Here's a haunting quote from the Boston Post the next day. Horses died like so many flies on sticky fly paper. The more they struggled, the deeper in the mess they were ensnared. Human beings, men and women, suffered likewise. Whew. It's grim.
Wow.
It's really grim. So molasses is also 1.5 times more dense than water. So if you're in its path, you weren't just like washed away. You were pummeled by this stuff.
Yeah. You're getting hit by it.
Yeah. It's it even pushed an entire firehouse off its foundation.
Wow.
Yeah. Are you good in a disaster like this?
I think I would probably be a mess at first, but I think if it was a long-term disaster, I think I would be one of the ones. Like, I can do apocalypse. I feel like I'm ready for that to go down.
I have a very strong urge to help. I will run towards someone in peril, but I can't guarantee you I'm not going to go into shock.
Right. Yeah.
So whole buildings were crushed by this wave, and the remaining pools of molasses were 1 to 3 feet deep in some areas. According to records, 150 people were injured and 21 were tragically killed in the flood, many of whom worked for the harbor near the vat's location. Injuries were severe. Patients were carried into a makeshift hospital with broken backs and fractured skulls. Really dire stuff.
Wow.
Red Cross workers and a troop of 116 Navy cadets who were nearby actually tried to swim through the molasses to rescue people, but to no avail. At nightfall, the weather got cold, even colder, and the molasses got even harder and thicker. So rescue efforts just became next to impossible. Bodies were now getting trapped in amber-like crystallization. So it's almost like that mosquito in Richard Attenborough's
Jurassic Park.
Yeah, in his cane. But yeah, very, very grim. So we do have some photos. I'm going to show you. This is an elevated train structure that was just massively.
Wow.
Yeah, it almost knocked it over.
Wow. Oh my God. They must have been such a mess. Like, everybody just must have been covered in this shit.
Yeah, because it's like, yes, it's a tragedy, but it's also sticky and gooey. We have another photo as well. This next one is damage on Commercial Street. You can actually see the collapsed tank in the center of this image, just in front of the white-colored building.
Wow. Wow, that's so cool.
The rescue effort went on for 4 entire days, mainly recovering bodies. The devastation was immense. Most of the victims had either suffocated or were crushed by debris that came through the flood. The north end was a mess, and molasses coated the debris, making it, to your point, it was insanely hard to clean up. But they did finally find a hack. There was a really interesting discovery on how to clean up molasses. Any idea how to clean up molasses?
It feels like one of those tricks where, remember, there would be a plate of water and you'd put pepper and salt in it, and then you'd put a drop of soap in the middle, and it sends everything to the edge. I feel like it's something like that. It's some sort of combination of things that makes it dissipate.
Okay, it's not that dramatic, but it is clever. I wouldn't have thought of it off the top of my head, but it turns out seawater helps dissolve molasses.
Oh, interesting. That makes sense.
I don't know why, but it does. And they started pumping water in from the Boston Harbor, and after weeks of hosing down the whole area of the city was finally rid of the icky, sticky goo. Wow. Most of the molasses was washed into the Boston Harbor itself, and residents reported that the water was brown for weeks. If only this coincided with the Boston Tea Party, right? Because then they might actually have a yummy new concoction floating around the
history.
Fate. Tea and molasses, a little Earl Grey with molasses in the Boston Harbor.
Actually, that sounds nice.